How do you improve upon the already best-in-class noise-canceling earbud? I don't know, but Sony sure has found a way. The new WF-1000XM5 noise-canceling earbuds from Sony are completely redesigned this year, offering a smaller, smart-looking chassis and even more tech thrown inside. It's an impressive feat to say the least, but let's take a look at what's new and just how much is improved. Let's just start off with how they sound. If you're familiar with Sony's signature V-shaped, fun, energetic, and dynamic sound, then there's no real departure from previous iterations. This time around, it just does all that better. The fact that they cram so much of the technology from the WH full-size headphone lineup into these tiny buds is astounding. The WH-1000XM5 full-size headphones are our top noise-canceling headphones here at Moon Audio, and you'll find a lot of the tech and sound enhancements in the WF-1000XM5 earbuds too. Let's talk about noise canceling. Sony has raised the bar when it comes to the sound quality of the XM5 buds over the XM4. The WF-1000XM5 features 3 microphones on each earbud, which optimizes the efficiency of the ANC performance, especially in lower frequencies. They've also included dual feedback mics in this design. The new integrated processor V2 makes sure that all 6 microphones in total are working effectively and efficiently at utilizing the best performance out of the advanced HD noise canceling processor. I'll say that the ambient noise settings sound more transparent to me than on the XM4s. The XM5 ambient setting sounds more perceptively open sounding, as if it were temporarily an open back headphone. It doesn't take away from the music listening, but I felt as though it gave me a better sense of my surroundings as well. I dare say that the active noise cancellation is on par with the over-ear WH-1000XM5 performance. From an ANC perspective, that being noise canceling, I'm impressed. Like the driver redesign in the WH-XM5 headphones, the earbuds also have a richer and more detailed presentation thanks to the diaphragm structure on the Dynamic Driver X. Using different materials for the dome and the edge, Sony is able to achieve low distortion while maintaining super clean sound quality. The Sony sound is not the audiophile sound. I'll go ahead and be upfront about that. But the WF-1000XM5, just like the full-size headphone, is getting closer to that audiophile grade sound. Sony has a fun and V-shaped sound signature on a lot of their headphones and earbuds. It's historically a consumer-friendly sound due to the boosted lows and highs, but the bass response is tightly controlled. The mids are surprisingly transparent and present in the mix, and the highs are clear, detailed, and unveiled. It still retains a lot of that Sony signature with a closed soundstage and like putting you in the action, but the presentation is surprisingly dynamic and energetic. The XM5 buds do a great job with rock, alternative, and metal due to the energy of the dynamic drivers. The wall of sound they can provide can't be beat for this price range of earbuds. Classical and jazz sound intimate and articulate, which is saying a lot coming from the last generation in my opinion. It even handles rap and R&B with ease. One of the first things that you'll discover is that the chassis has been redesigned from the previous generation. Sony has opted for a smoother, sleeker looking bud design that fits more like a universal IEM, sitting more inside the crevices of your ear than the previous model. From a comfort standpoint, this is a great move, as I can leave these buds in for hours at a time with little to no pressure or discomfort. The new XM5 bud is about 25% smaller than the XM4 bud, just for comparison. A big part of this comfort is the ear tip and making sure you have the right size for your ear canals. Sony has included 4 different sizes of ear tips to make sure you have enough options, and the foam is pliable and soft enough for establishing a great seal without adding pressure. Now, the seal and the fit of the earbud make an impact on the sound quality that you'll get. Lots of times people just stick a bud in and expect it to sound great, and sometimes it does. But if your fit isn't sealing properly, then try a new tip. The tip is supposed to fit just inside the canal and provide just enough room to provide a seal to isolate the outside noise, as well as provide just enough pressure to keep it stabilized in your ear. If the seal is too loose, then you'll lack a lot of the bass response. If the tip is too big, then you'll experience a lot of pressure in your ear and get fatigued rather quickly, resulting in short and unenjoyable listening sessions. Fit is key with earbuds. The charging case is also wonderfully compact and provides up to 24 hours of battery life. On the back, you'll find a lone USB-C charging port, along with the sync button for setting up Bluetooth connections. I'll admit, if you have sweaty fingers, the buds might be a little difficult to take out at times. But I found the best way if you're having trouble pulling them straight up is to actually pry each bud toward the ear tip to disconnect them from the magnets. It's a lot easier to pull them out this way. There are a ton of features to talk about, but not nearly enough time, so be sure to head over to the full review linked in the description below. There you can read more about the sound enhancements, redesign, ambient noise settings, codecs, head tracking, ANC settings, DSEE, and much more. For now, I just want to do a quick walkthrough on how to set these up when you first get them. Okay, so if you haven't done it already on iOS or Android, you can download the Sony Headphones Connect app, which you see right here. Icon looks like that. Go ahead and open her up, hit next. So go ahead and take them out of the case. They should automatically go into pairing mode. You'll see them there at the top. You can tap to register. Sometimes it'll take a minute or two to pop up. It's a really simple process. Sony's kind of mastered it. It integrates well, kind of like AirPods do for Apple products. Setup is complete, go to dashboard, and now you have access to speak to chat, set your equalizer. You can set up 360 reality audio, only with specific music streaming apps. DSEE Extreme, you can connect to 2 devices simultaneously. Voice assistant. So again, the app is going to give you all the functionality to set your settings, however you want to use your earbuds. It's a very nice, intuitive process, and Sony's done a really great job with integrating the WF-1000XM5s and the app into your phone. When it comes to noise cancellation, few do it better than Sony. They have completely revamped the design of the WF-1000XM5, making them smaller, sleeker, and more comfortable. Somehow they even managed to pack more and better tech inside. The driver redesign sounds dynamic and resolute. We're getting a lot more top-end clarity and tightening in the bass response from previous iterations. Thanks to Sony's signature sound, these buds do everything well: rock, rap, blues, classical, jazz, experimental, clown pop, jazz fusion soundscapes. The WF-XM5s are tuned to make pretty much everything sound rich, dynamic, and put you in the front row seat of all the action. Sony continues to reign as king when it comes to high-end consumer audio. The WF-1000XM5 is the real deal, with top-of-class noise canceling and premium sound that's great for literally every genre out there. We'll include a link to the full review in the description below. Check it out for lots more info. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe for more audiophile content on the latest audio gear. If you have any questions, drop a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.